what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Chris, what is going on with you? I heard you got arrested again.
Yeah, they love me over there. On my 10th visit, they give me a get-out-of-jail-free card.
I'm just really worried about you. I think you should try and get some professional help.
People with a problem get help, Sarah, and I like what I'm doing. Why don't you want me to be happy, Sarah?
It's not that I don't want you to be happy. I'm just concerned about you getting into more legal trouble.
As you can see, Chris gets into a lot of trouble with the law because he lacks remorse for his actions. To him, everything is a game and he talks his way out of things. Even his closest friends saw that he was controlling, manipulative, and on a downward spiral, but Sarah still had faith that he could be a better person. Chris has had this behavior since high school, where he first started getting involved in sketchy activity, and from there it's only gotten worse.
I'm good, Sarah. You know me better than anyone else. Do you want me to be like someone else? Someone I'm not? Like, I know I'm not the best person, and I do some stupid stuff sometime, but nobody's perfect, right? This is just who I am, and I thought you understood that.
Okay, fine. Whatever. I'm sorry for asking. I did it to offend you. I just want you to stay safe and take care of yourself. I don't know what I would do if something serious were to happen to you, but take care. Hi again, Mrs. Barnes.
Hi, Sarah. Have you talked to Chris?
Yeah, and he keeps getting into trouble. And honestly, I don't know what else to do to help him.
Yeah, I've been asking myself what to do for the last 4 years. It's been a struggle, and recently he's been reminding me more and more of his father.
Mr. Barnes? What do you mean by that?
Chris's dad was a troubled man, but he'd never admit it. When we first had Chris, it was really aggressive and liked to drink a lot. He was so charming and funny when we met, but after a while, it started to show that he really only cared about himself.
Oh my God, what happened to him? Chris never really talks about him, and honestly, I never thought it was my place to ask.
Well, one night at a bar when Chris was really young, Bill got into a fight with someone and nearly killed him with a broken beer bottle. He's been in prison for some time now. I still go and visit sometimes, and it seems like his aggression is actually starting to get better, but I worry that something similar is going to happen to Chris.
Oh, I never knew that. I'm really worried. I seriously think he should see someone and get help.
I've tried to get him to go to therapy so many times, but he insists that it won't help. He doesn't think that there's anything wrong, so he won't go.
Maybe we can try and convince him to go if he thinks he's going to get something out of it. I know it's not ideal, but it could be the only way we get him to go.
Maybe. What did you have in mind?
Hi, Chris. It's nice to meet you. How are you feeling today? And what brings you in?
I feel fine. My mom wanted me to be here.
Okay. Well, why do you think your mom wanted you to see me today?
I'm not really sure why. I think she thinks I'm like bad or something.
Well, what would make her think that?
I just do whatever I want with my friends.
All right. Is any of this behavior illegal? Have you gotten into trouble with the law?
Well, that depends on who you ask.
Well, why do you feel the need to behave like this? What are you gaining from getting in trouble?
I just do what I want. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Do you feel bad about your actions?
What's there to feel bad about?
Well, your actions could be hurting people you love, like your mom.
Well, my mom is who forced me to come here today, so I'd say we're even.
Okay, well, we'll circle back to this. So I understand that you've been arrested recently. Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, not really.
Help me out here, Chris. You know I can't help you if you won't talk to me. I need you to trust me.
See, but you understand that, Doc. I don't need any help.
Well, regardless, I think that we would benefit from having a treatment contract.
What's that?
Basically, it's a document that we both sign and make a promise to each other that we're going to trust each other. Even if you don't believe that you need any help, your mom does. Signing this and going along with the treatment will really help you get her off your back. Does that sound does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
I mean, I guess it would.
Awesome.
Over the next few weeks, Chris came back to see the therapist where they engaged in cognitive behavioral treatment and schema therapy. Chris remained skeptical and unwilling to recognize that he needed treatment. However, the therapist was able to come to the conclusion that Chris had antisocial personality disorder.
Hello, Mrs. Barnes. I understand you wanted to talk about Chris's progress.
Yes, actually, I just wanted to ask some questions and check in on things if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured you'd have some questions. I cannot discuss things Chris said to me during sessions, but I can answer your general questions.
And that's fine. Firstly, I wanted to thank you. Ever since Chris started seeing you, his behavior has gotten a lot better. He hasn't been getting into trouble with the law, and truthfully, I'm quite shocked. I never expected going to therapy would help him so much.
That's so good to hear. Chris was definitely one of my more difficult clients. Initially, he didn't want to talk about anything, um, and he didn't see any problems with his behavior.
Exactly. I tried to through to him so many times, but nothing I said helped. I don't know how you got him to see the problem.
Well, I cannot entirely discuss the details of some of our conversation, but as Chris already told you, I diagnosed him with antisocial personality disorder.
I know. He told me about it the day you diagnosed him. I wanted to ask, what exactly is this disorder?
To simply put it, it's a personality disorder that involves a person exhibiting patterns of disregard for others.
Disregard for others?
Yes, like being deceitful, impulsive, reckless, and lacking remorse for their actions.
Wow, I never knew there was a disorder like that. Initially, when Chris first started getting into trouble, I thought it was just a phase, but as he got older, his behavior got worse.
Yes, this disorder is often difficult to pinpoint since most people who have it never seek treatment, and unfortunately, many of them end up in jail.
Now that I know about this disorder, I think Chris's father may have had it. He's in prison right now, actually, and I was worried about Chris following his path. Bill never would have sought treatment, even if he knew he had it.
Unfortunately, genes do account for 40 to 50% of variants for personality disorders. It's even more prevalent for antisocial personality disorders if a biological parent exhibits criminal behavior. It's good you and Sarah convinced him to come see me.
I'm glad I did too. And thank you for answering some of my questions. All these years, I was so worried I had done something wrong.
Don't worry, Mrs. Barnes. You did a good job in bringing him to me, and I'm sure you did the best raising him. Personality disorders are highly genetic, and if his father had it, then there was a chance he would have it too.
I think Bill definitely had it, but thank goodness Chris seems to be getting better, and that's all thanks to you.
It's my job, Mrs. Barnes. I'm happy to help and take care.
Mrs. Barnes. I'm just calling to check in.
Hi, Sarah. I've actually been meaning to talk to you about Chris.
Really? I wanted to ask you how he's been doing too. I feel like he's starting to change or something.
I think the therapy has helped a lot. Ever since he started going a few months ago, his behavior has changed dramatically. He hasn't been getting into nearly as much trouble as before, and he's a lot more calm. I think his sessions with the therapist was a good outlet for him.
That's great to hear. Did you guys find out what the problem was?
Yeah, the therapist diagnosed him with antisocial personality disorder.
Wow, that sounds serious. I guess it was more than just him acting out after all.
Yes, it was. I don't think Bill was ever formally diagnosed, but I would not be surprised if he had it as well. I felt like Bill did have some deeper issues going on inside, but he was never the type to open up about things like that. Even if we found out he had it, I doubt he would have ever sought treatment.
Yeah, getting Chris to go was already hard enough, but it was worth it. He's not as hostile and aggressive as he was before, and he isn't doing dangerous activities as often.
I know. I had a talk with his therapist, and she mentioned a lot of things about his disorder. It took a while, but Chris really opened up to her little by little, and that's how she was able to figure out what he had. His treatment still isn't completely finished yet, but I'm glad we can both see noticeable differences in his behavior already.
I agree. I think we took him to seek help at the right time. I can't imagine the trouble he might have gotten into if he continued behaving the way he was.
Yeah, if he continues along this new path, I don't think I'll have to worry about him ending up where his father is. I believe everything will be all right with Chris.
I believe so too.